Deltas Bravo.
Whoa.
Alpha Bravo.
I'm gonna have to ask
Alpha
you to
Bravo,
really
Charlie,
watch
Delta.
your
Echo.
what you're driving there.
Foxtrot. Golf. Hotel.
It's fucking crazy. I'm down.
Hey.
Oh no, wait, I'm not down. Yes, I am.
A couple of weeks ago, I had an upload about Contractors VR, and somewhere in that video, as I often do, I referred to flashbacks of my pancake gaming days like in Battlefield, where I've poured thousands of hours into throughout the years, but just couldn't stomach Battlefield 5, which put me back into PUBG until finding virtual reality, then later finding Population 1, and the rest is history. A new channel was born here on YouTube, but little did I know that in that recent upload, mentioning Battlefield was gonna cost me so many brain cells, because I have never in my life had a more requested game to be played than WarDust on this entire channel. And for that, I will go ahead and thank you in advance. Not that it's the most polished turd in the VR market that I've ever played, but we can get into that here in a second. You see, being a small channel, I actually have no clue when a video will do as good as this recent one did. So in this particular situation, I ultimately had no choice, and not because I was getting absolutely wrecked in the comments, but because if there was even a slight chance that a game like this was halfway decent and existed, I definitely wanted to try it. After all, I kind of think that's what VR is about. And in all honesty, I heard about WarDust before, but it's been a long time. In between keeping up with a house full of kids, content, and work all at the same time, there has been so many great titles slip by me. So that's been my mission, to try more of these out. And so we did. Jumping right in, the claims from the comments were true. 32 versus 32 open Battlefield style gameplay with all of the bells and whistles, or at least most of them, and maybe not the most entirely polished bells and whistles, but hey, this is a small team that's done this, and they've done a better job than plenty of the half-baked bullshit pancake games when this game isn't even at its full potential. Not by a long shot in my opinion. I can only imagine what a studio like this with tens of millions of dollars in funding could do. Now, obviously this game wouldn't be a Battlefield without parachutes, so when I discovered this actually had them, it was go time. My mission was set.
This is wicked, dude. Okay, I want to parachute from like the highest point in the freaking game right now, more than anything. Don't do that. Ew.
And I even had some company, even if we did end up getting shot out of the sky repeatedly.
My first time too. We can
Alright.
be buddies.
Let's do this first time together.
Parachuting
Thank
is
you.
fun, dude. You can go
Let's do
really
this.
far on the.
First time together. First time parachute virginity. Let's go, boys. On three. On
Alright.
3. 1, 2,
There's
3.
a tank coming in.
Parachute virginity.
There's a tank coming into our
Look at this. This
spawn.
is looking awesome.
Baby!
Whoa.
Yeah! Oh no!
It didn't end well, but dude, that was still longer than the other one.
When I said this game had all the bells and whistles, of course, I'm mainly referring to vehicles. ATVs, Humvees, tanks, and even choppers. All drivable and all mountable, which for me was just kind of hard to get over. I could legit just jump in the back of a Humvee or even mount a tank, because sadly, at least for now, the tanks are only one-seaters. And before I get any questions asking how the vehicles handled, well, they handled.
The steering works differently, but it's most realistic when you're using the first person when it comes to the steering.
I'm totally just running over people right now, dude. He's like,
That's part of the game. It happens.
oh shit, this is freaking crazy. I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh my god.
This reminded me exactly of driving around in the Battlefield 4 days, just mowing through everybody carelessly, over and over, just out of pure boredom. Sadly, I did not get to fly a chopper yet. I kept being told by what I assume are veterans of the game, because I'm sure not, that the maps we were on just didn't have the helicopters, and I played for a long time, so I have no idea how often the heli maps even come into the rotation. Maybe I just have like the worst luck ever and kept getting the short end of the stick on that, but I'm gonna keep trying for it. I can't say that the gun handling was the absolute smoothest thing I've ever tried, at least with the Valve knuckles, but the actual gunplay itself wasn't bad at all. I'm just like every other spoiled index user who really likes to have my hands naturally engaging with the environment, but I'm sure that's on the list, so no biggie. And speaking of naturally engaging, instead of Kiwi or some random sponsor for today, I just wanted to take a second and say thanks to all of the engagement on the channel and all of you who have really been here. You are the reason for these uploads, and without you, sponsors would never be possible in the first place. So yeah, thanks. Anyways, WarDust is definitely something that fits into the category of a must try, at least in my opinion. I'm not sure of any plans for standalone, so before the comments roll in about that, I'll try to leave a link to the official game Discord in the description, because I'm honestly still a complete scrub and have little to no clue what I'm even doing, let alone the game's direction. But as hard as this might be for some to hear, I kinda hope this intends to stay on PCVR. Mainly because it'll keep the development far less limited, and I see PCVR growing a lot. And by a lot, I mean a fat margin, with games like Veil dropping and overall PC prices not being too shabby compared to the past. Still not perfect, but hey, we're getting somewhere. Ultimately, whether it's this game or something down the road, I know the days are coming where virtual reality will hold basically all of the awesome experiences we held near and dear to us growing up. Whether that's a survival title, battle royales, and even massively scaled maps that wrap you in a feeling of being in the middle of a war zone. We are just now seeing the possibilities, or at least that's how I'm viewing it, and I don't think I'm even close to being alone on this one. WarDust, if it's done anything for me, has left me not only hyped for what's to come, but hyped for what's out there that I just haven't came across already. If this game existed and it took me this long to find my way to it, then I can only imagine what some studio out there is in the closet cooking up right now. Kind of like, again, how Veil has done. I think they took the better part of a decade to even get to the point to where they are at right now. If you do find yourself getting on WarDust at some point, maybe drop it in the Discord below and you'll find me there, because although I had quite a few people on, I think it would be awesome to have a literal match full on this game. Thanks again for all the comments to try this out, because it was quite the experience, and I'm sure I have plenty more to come, although I have really been itching for some No Man's Sky in VR, so who knows. Stay tuned, God bless, and goodbye.
Can't really aim because it just says driver's seat. But I know that's not valid. Still cool though. What the freak, man? Okay. This is some nutty shit.